Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Explosive cask, so you do get some initiation later on for some of those team fights. You've got the Thresh as well, which makes it a lot easier to utilize that. You can even have some great flank angles with the land. The LCK so far. And okay, we're gonna see a teleport here.
Yeah, Keria has to flash away. The teleport comes in. W2D very trying to get in there. Kana is going to get speared down. Is he tanky enough? The answer is no. He will actually be killed under the turret for first blood. On the top side, he's going to be looking to one-shot a lot of the squishy members on the side of Gen.G. And look at their lineup. Outside of Rel, it's like, well, not feeling good about this one. As Kana maybe going a little bit too far forward. Now he has to try to cask early, but with no flash available. Not sure about face checking the enemy jungle when you don't know
where, I don't know, with where really the fact that the matter is they don't know where Klid is. He's actually rotating over now. He's actually going to clear this vision. They're going to go for a dive.
Oh, Ruler getting in there to start us off. Engage Kai'Sa, but here comes the Pantheon, and they immediately turn it onto Light, who goes down without much of a hitch. A very easy turnaround here. There's so much gold that's just bleeding into the pockets of Gumayusi in this game. 610 more as the Rift Herald that was taken earlier on. That could have been used to get more of these plates earlier on, maybe even get First Blood turret, but put down later after they go for the failed gank down on the bottom side. They're still going to be able to take down this turret and all of its...
And again, what the Camille offers in side laning, the Gragas is going to have in terms of team fights later on, as he is building damage, he is going to have great engage.
You know, remains to be seen if they can do that, because right now, from ahead in the mid game with one... So it's like, okay, well, nice trade, Ruler. You want to fight again? Flash comes in from Keria. Keep in mind, this is 2v3 right now, but with the Pantheon on the map here, he immediately gets into that back line, and we've got lanterns, we've got flashes. That's what T1 say. Trying to sell everything to Gen.G, who do not want to have any of it. Baker maybe going a little bit too far, but eventually does get that kill, and a really fantastic cast comes out from Kana, pushes W2D away, keeps Baker alive, and now Rascal out here all alone. He's got Klid on the right side, but Klid not able to do much at all in this game on the Nidalee so far. Oh, Rascal still on the run.
He's...
As,
I don't know if this
is just a never-ending chase.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a happy ending here for Rascal, but he is buying a lot of time for his team as the Drake does spawn here. So this puts T1 in perfect position to force that Cloud point. But what a beautiful engage from Keria. I mean, perfect flash engage in, sets up the box. We'll probably get a replay of it later. I'll break it down further because at the moment we're still fighting over this Drake as Keria gets the lantern set up.
Oh boy. Rascal now forced into the fight, trying to turn something onto LM. Not able to get the kill. The exhaust actually a little bit late there, and now Gen.G have found a moment to push forward and actually get some poking down. The respawns at 20 minutes into the game are actually quite fast, and they still had teleport available on W2D, so he's able to get into the fight, and in fact this Cloud Drake will go the way Ace, but
definitely an overextension.
Oh boy. And now I don't know what's going on here, but Ruler continuously trying to take these trades, and he's just going to get sniped from...
which has, again, limited how much Rascal's effectiveness on the map has been potent, right? It hasn't really been as great. He's only 4 CS up, in fact, at the moment. First rotation here through their jungle to try to wrap around. That might be too slow.
Look at this. W2D has to flash away from Gumayusi, who is diving a turret with a lantern on his back. There is nothing that the Syndra can do at this point in time.
Meanwhile,
and even under the turret, take a look at this. Trying to deny the turret take from Rascal. Kana down a level on 16. That is pretty important.
A high pick on the Kai'Sa and just leaving the Aphelios Thresh open is a mistake that Gen.G will definitely be thinking about going into Game 2's draft, win or lose here.
Well, Rascal is gigantic. So this is what I was talking about. You're going to have the Pantheon that comes in and helps, but even then, you know, 2v1, this Rascal is eventually going to get so out of control that you cannot do anything against it. And here we go.
Here.
By the way, yeah, LM doesn't have teleport. He's the jungle, so he's not in position for the Baron. He has to try to help out. The inhibitor, very importantly, doesn't go down, actually. Rascal is going to miss the kill. Maybe, hopefully, the minions can get that for him. Yeah. And the minions do, thankfully, for him. And now he's actually on the run. He might be able to get out of this one. And I believe that he will. There's no way.
Yeah, Gen.G around this Drake. They're not sure if T1 is rushing over to the Baron or not at that moment, so they make the call to back off early.
4 Camille is too far in the base.
Yeah, this
and
is
they do have a ton of damage here.
Very much a faster rotation this time from T1, much more decisive. And this is exactly the same thing. All right, we're going to see the teleport.
All right, this time we do have the teleport coming in. It's going to be Zoe. Faker gets the Baron here as the Rel will move in, but fighting front to back with Gumayusi is such a good play here for T1. He is shredding through every single player on the side of Gen.G. There is no hope for anyone to survive against that fountain laser. That is
Gen.G needs to be on the bot side of the map and controlling this insane duo of Gumayusi and Keria. As you mentioned, I don't think there's any way surviving this for Gen.G. The Baron buff, the push to end the game here now as T1 finally get to be decisive and make that Baron play.
Yeah, Kana not even here. He's like, all right, thank you, team. You know, better top lane wins, ha. We'll see if this counter engage can actually work. They're gonna take out Gumayusi, maybe going a little bit too close to the turrets, as now Faker is just gonna run away with his tail between his legs, not able to do it all alone here, as Gen.G do actually...
You can see he's already rushing towards the top. That BDD just set up for him. But in the interim, T1 are not going to play safe, they're not going to play passive and just kind of sit around and push mid like they have been so much. They're actually going to look for an inhibitor. And this is going to force a reaction out of Gen.G.
And importantly, it's the lane where their inhibitor is down. So it takes some pressure away from the split pushing of Rascal in the side lane. They say, well, I dare you to split push against 5 of us. You're not going to be able to. Fighting front to back, if Gumi is ever protected, I think T1 win 100% of the time. And as long as, you know, they don't get poked out.
Oh, huge cast.
Oh man, huge damage from the cast coming in here. Rascal desperately trying to get into the back line. But again, Gumayusi is protected. Another fantastic hook onto Clid, as there is no room for him. They're all just going to have to try to run away here. BDD trying to do it alone, nearly takes out Faker, but that Nexus is so low they could probably just click on it at this point in time. Gumayusi still protected in the back. He is just one-shotting people now, as Ruler desperately trying to make it happen. Gumayusi going to wait here for the kill, picks up the triple kill, and picks up the game. And man, what very interesting picks coming out here from Gen.G.
This is really, really interesting. It feels like it's a pick that's designed to be
looking to try to force out that flash, but Faker very calmly just going to sidestep the orb as level 2 hit here first down in the bottom side. This looking to get on top of Gumayusi now with the ignite. The flash comes in and life is just going to get first blood onto Gumayusi. And say that's confident in the mid lane, it is going to be Faker. And nice little bait coming in here from Kana. He's looking to turn the tables from game number 1. Rascal is going to get that double slice and dice away, and he's still got flash available, but he doesn't use it and gets engaged upon by the flash from the cannon wave, but down 20 CS already. Bot Cryo means that Clid takes the mountain.
The lead is too big. The advantage is 30 CS up right now for Ruler. You know,
from LM around that area. Now, the reason they're dropping this Rift Herald up top is because of the amount of damage they've already done to this turret. They want to get Rascal out of lane, but the TP is coming in already with the Pantheon, so T1 will look to turn this one around. 3v2 for now. We got Syndra coming up, but it might be too little too late. Under the turret, just gonna sweep them both up, and even though the turret does go down, that is 2 kills to the side of T1.
Yeah, I think it's
a maneuver there from BDD. He was never gonna get that kill, as, oh man, Kana just barely not able to get away with that recall. Looks like he's probably dead, especially with BDD rotating up the river. Not even gonna need him. He's just gonna waste some more time here. Still alive, actually.
He dodged.
And if he runs this down, he might actually be able to get an execute.
Oh, it's gonna be close.
Trying to bait that out. Wants to go up top side.
Sad cat. I think he's gonna get the execute.
Yeah, I think he will.
Unbelievable. Getting out safe. You love to see it, knowing the Pantheon is there. Rascal is getting away with this top turret push, but T1 are trying to steal this Drake away. It looks like they just barely are not going to contest it. Life and Co. Definitely considering it. Teleport forced here. And this is...
Oh.
Rascal.
Looking for Rascal.
Yeah,
they knew he was over here. They want to isolate him. That's a fantastic slow already. Gumayusi a little bit alone over here. He's going to Gale Force on top of Rascal, keep his distance. They want to fight it front to back, as Rascal does take a bunch of damage, but T1 a little bit too scared to get in there. They have that Azir turret to be let down, as the damage being poked out onto Rascal, and Gen.G say they do not want to engage onto this just yet. Combo here onto the Renekton, who's losing health, has to flash away. Opening up now is Gumayusi, and Gen.G say we want to just disengage. Faker going very aggressive. Olaf just standing up to him and taking the fight, but Keria in the back line creating a lot of space for his team. But I don't know if they have the damage here. This is looking way too good for Gen.G as T1 overextend into the team fight, and Gen.G will eventually stand up to them. Triple kill going the way of Olaf as they take a
common one, right? It's a pretty smart reaction. Okay, we can't let Rascal out here farming for free. He's actually very overextended. But they're so far ahead that he's so survivable. The rotation speed over for Gen.G, which this is their plan all along, is very, very quick. And at this moment, it feels like if he paused it there, it'd feel like, well, yeah, I mean, the pushing power that you have with Baron makes it so hard to even all in someone like BDD, even though he tried. Kana did there. It's not successful. It was actually a pretty cool near kill there to watch. But sadly, they don't get the kill, and the push continues, and it's a Baron buff push. Now, can they push an inhibitor here? That's the big question. With the advantage they have, I think they certainly can.
Yeah, I mean, they've still got 15 minutes on the Baron. They get the knock up here onto the Pantheon. They CC him from 100 to 0, so no shield comes out, and no survivability for LM, who has not been able to be as proactive on the Pantheon in this game. As now going on in, Faker going to try to separate the Renekton, but he gets separated himself. As Gen.G looking to push the issue here. They want to win the game right here, right now. Gumayusi in the Cataclysm, no escape for him, as Keria is going to be run down by Ruler, who is incredibly strong right now. Nicely done by Kana to pick off the Olaf at least. But with the Max coming in here, actually going to be denied. He's got TP. They want to continue to push the issue here with 8 seconds on the Baron.
Really close. Going to push the issue for sure. I mean, look at the damage output of Ruler. He's crushing his turrets.
Oh, stun now onto Keria. He is absolutely dead. They trade it back for the Jarvan, but with full health now onto Ruler. He's just looking to take out the turrets. Another kill onto the Pantheon here, as they do have to back away. Look at Kana desperately trying to clear out these waves. He's still on the run, trying to buy some time for his team. And it looks like he may have just done it. Ruler is going to have to back away. Of course, Kana will lose his life, but it is a good sacrifice just to try to stay in this game.
Crazy.
Now pushing forward. He's moving in. He's got that Ren set onto many members, and with the stun coming in, does he have the damage? He has to go into that stopwatch. Here comes Rascal trying to buy themselves some time, as it will be a trade of kills. Gumayusi incredibly low, but he is still going to stay alive just barely. He's got the minions on him. Uh-oh. He's going to die to the minions.
Oh, Rascal.
And that might mean that Rascal can push in.
Yeah, he certainly is going to try for it. Problem is, Pantheon's going to ult in, and I think they might have overstayed their welcome here, Valdez. It's still very close. The minions, there's just so many.
LM is like, I don't know if I can actually go in on this. I got to be careful. He's desperately trying to clear out these minions. I don't think they have enough auto attack damage onto the Nexus is the problem. Lid, though, is coming on in. Kana back into the game. LM still stays alive. As trying to get in there is Keria. He's not able to get the kill. And that means that also Kana not able to do enough here. And with only LM alive, I think that finally Gen.G have been able to push in and secure the victory here. Game over is called by LM, and that will be the case. We are going to a game number 3 in this series.
2 amazing.
All right. Pretty interesting, you know, again. We were thinking maybe a Galio. I was thinking even an
first, so knew that Clid was not going to be in this part of the jungle. It was actually in bot side, and he gets the scuttle, but LM is here.
Here we go. Flash on in. One combo. Can they do it? The last auto is not enough. LM tries to tank it up, and we have the speed boost coming in now with the acceleration gate, and just barely. That was a very consistent kind of gank with the targeted stun. And you do have, of course, the, you know, the execute damage that does come from this pick. Now, Kana doesn't have any summon.
Yeah, he does not.
And the Camille, very consistent with the stun. Here it comes. The spear a little bit to the side there. But Kana, I believe, should still be run down here. We'll see if they do have the damage as the spear comes out. Clid should have this lead. And there it is. Clid picks up the kill for the second of the game.
Yeah, this is a really... And even though the spear doesn't hit, there's just too much damage here. More importantly, what's happening in live BDD?
Just gonna get flashed on, but the exhaust is there. They still have the damage as Ruler will pull his sticks out of Gumayusi. They do get that
sense. It's really well executed, just based on map awareness. And meanwhile, Kana being very aggressive again. Clid is rotating back up, so see if we see once again.
This is rough for Kana. He's going to try to turn it onto Rascal. Here comes the Pantheon Light, desperately trying to get on in there with the Ignite, and he will pick up the kill, but LM did also take out his jungle opponent. And now we got a little bit of a 1-on-3 here. LM pushing the issue a little bit too far. BDD, though, with no ultimate. Going to take a little bit to take him down, but they do eventually pick up the kill.
Here he is here. Caster Blessing on this one.
No flash this time for Keria.
Oh, the hook!
Okay, there we go. Hook is going to land, but we do have the Fate's Call coming in. Ruler looking to potentially counter-engage, but the sleep on a life. He throws himself in to the danger, but at least Gumayusi pretty out of position there. Looking for a dive here. We got Pantheon looking for that angle. Rascal takes the right one. He is going to flash south away from the Pantheon with a flash over the wall. Exec Ultimatum looking to buy some time. Rascal getting that speed up. The trouble bubble is going to miss. But at the end of the day, still going to be the kill going the way of Ellen.
However, you know, Ruler is going to get some extra plates here right before 14 minutes. Going to get the turret as well. Will be the first turret of the game. So question is it actually a good trade here? I mean, you want something if you're T1. You are able to find value. You are going to get the top plates, but
you out before these team fights happen. I feel like there's a lot more onus on Gen.G to try to force fights and engages. And if they don't have it, it might not go their way. As we're looking to just burst down Rascal, LM, the Ninja Pantheon. They were not expecting that, and easily able to shut down the Camille once again for his third death. And just again, giving even more gold into the pockets of these hugely, the guys that are going to have huge poke damage as this game comes along in the mid game.
And again, without,
she can just kind of burst you down at range, but T1 have the range advantage on her as well. So even though BDB has a nice amount of farm in here, you want to have hard engage, you want to have tools to enable your engage, and you just lost a big one right there. Keria, though, I'm not sure about this. Hope he's got a stopwatch. Looks like he's got absolutely nothing, but still the first damage coming out onto Clid is massive. Looking to turn it now onto Kana, who's kind of caught here all alone. The gameplay button out of the Syndra is going to just burst him down. This is going to immediately create that 4-on-3. You see Faker and Gumayusi trying to just shell at them from the backline, and LM surviving for an incredibly long time. Low health bars here on the side of Gen.G. An incredibly close skirmish as Faker gonna get stunned down by BDD. In the backline here, 1v4 is eventually gonna get taken out, but at least he takes BDD with him. Calm it down and try not to fight on Gen.G's terms. Try not to dive into that one.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
I think he feels so great anymore because, you know, when you're saying of stuff like this, you can't get isolated.
Oh boy.
You're the front line.
Yeah, he's got a shield, but that's not gonna save him against 5 members. As okay, Faker, he's angry. That's gonna set up the kill. Kana comes in, and that's that alley-oop that you can get.
Scared to check, and they're just gonna sneak this Baron away, Valdez. Freebie.
Absolutely. He got all the Ren set he needs. The smite comes in, and now they're looking to turn it around, trying to get on top of that, but they gotta be careful about running straight into Gen.G with the Baron buff. Everybody else has tools. The sustain on the Callista, you get the Banshee's Veil on the Syndra. But I suppose not this game for Clid, it looks like. But either way, trying to push the issue here. Want to engage onto Kana as life nearly dies. But again, many tools for him to try to survive in these team fights. Has a Zhonya's himself.
Yeah, I actually really like what you're saying there. If you had the extra heals and the sustain, a lot of these situations where you're trying to slowly push in to end the game becomes so difficult, right? This is not the first time we've seen a game like this where the team has a pretty nice lead, but just it's so difficult to close out even with Baron buff because the enemy team has so much siege damage, so much poke. And for you to use your comp correctly to engage into their base is just almost impossible. Reminds me of that Afrika DRX game that you and I commentated last week that went supreme late game. We might be in for another one of those situations here, just because it's so difficult for Gen.G to close out this game. It's unstoppable force. It's actually really a good thing that you mentioned is we are going to see Keria be extremely aggressive here. Not going to find anything. This is actually really risky.
Oh,
no. Okay.
Clid, what is going on? Why are you there? That might just be the key that T1 needed. We're not going to see that hook land, but already 2 kills, and LM has found backline access. Now, he's alone, as Rascal is going to be alone as well. LM going to just try to survive. Will dodge his teammate's lantern and die. So, not going to be the case there. T1 got to
poke them down and chase them. His sleep does go off onto life here. So much burst damage, but he's going to survive. This could be the go button here. They're going in.
All right, Ellen is going to get engaged upon Life. The only one, a three-man play coming in from Keria, but he gets burst down immediately as Life is going to engage. The double knockup with the flag and drag is massive, and now Gumayusi all alone trying to 200 years. He is not going to be able to. Gen.G, they find the engage that they were looking for. Life smurfs it so hard in this team fight, and they might just be able to push it in the game.
You know what I said earlier when I said, look, this team fight they had on Drake way earlier, where I said it shows that functionally this team can fight. It's so difficult to execute. The CC they have is hard to actually pull off, but Life pulls it off in a phenomenal last hope fight here for Gen.G to close this one out early. Pulls it off here, and they are going to wipe T1 and close this series out. But what a phenomenal game played by both sides. Vision control, though, beautiful for Gen.G, executing this composition, getting an early lead, and fighting well.